Hey, so for this video, I thought I'd revisit one of my older videos, and it's the most viewed video on my channel by a million miles. I don't quite know why or how, because I've done pop covers before and none of them have reached any kind of viewership. But yet for some reason this one, it's on 22,000 at the moment, which for most YouTube guitarists is probably seen as a bad day, but for me that is an extremely good day, considering most of my videos don't get more than, most of them barely get over 100, let's be honest. So I thought I'd revisit this one because I had loads of comments at the time asking for lessons or tutorials or tabs or whatever. But there was a comment recently, so shout out to OZKAR1 or OzKar1, not sure how you pronounce it, so shout out to you, because received a comment the other day basically asking for a lesson for this video, and I was like, well, that's a long time ago, but I thought, yeah, why not? Because I think at the time I thought, well, this video's not going to be anything, but yet for some reason it ended up being popular. So obviously I'm talking about Outside by Ellie Goulding. Such a random song. I remember just hearing the song on the radio one time and just thinking, yeah, I could probably play that on guitar, it'd probably work quite well. So I just worked it out one night and recorded it. And yeah, for some reason it's got more views than most of my videos put together, so it's just really weird. I wouldn't say it's gone viral because it's not had that many views, you know, we're only talking 22,000, so, and this video's 5 years old as well, so that's not really that many. But anyway, I thought I would do a lesson just for anybody that's interested, even remotely interested. Probably they've all worked it out for themselves now anyway, so, you know. Yeah, it's kind of funny looking back at this video now though. Jesus Christ, I look so young in that video. Yeah, about 5 years ago, so yeah, it's not aged me well. Anyway, like most pop songs, it's literally just 4 chords, and it's the same 4 chords from beginning to end. And all I did was just try and add a little bit of variety and a bit of variation in there to try and make it as interesting as possible. But the song's in B flat major, or it might be D minor, but that's the main sort of chord of the song, and it's just B flat major, G minor, D minor, C major. And yeah, and the opening riff, or the verse riff I should say, goes like this. It's all palm muted, and there's a bit of string skipping involved, so it can be a little bit tricky when you first start doing it. But anyway, I haven't got any of those on-screen tabs that go along to the music, so if you want to see the tabs, here they are, and do a screenshot now. And here it's how it's supposed to sound. So it's important when playing that to try and make sure that every note, particularly the bass note, the root note, is ringing out, which is a little tricky when it comes to the G minor bit, because there's a bit of a sort of stretch. You've got to stretch right to the B flat on the high E string, which is the 6th fret there. So, but make sure that as much as possible you keep that bass note ringing, because it just sounds better. So that's the verse, and then the bridge is again just going through the chords, but then I just added a few notes in there just to try and keep it interesting, which is so I could have in this situation just gone, but so I wanted to add a few extra notes in there, and I wanted it all to kind of mash together in it, as it were. So that's why I decided to do the octave chords, but just all in the sort of first position here. So. And then the chorus build up is literally just power chords, palm muting. So the tabs for the bridge are here. Take a screenshot now. So the chorus, riff or melody or however you want to call it, it's just octave chords starting on the 8th fret, which is the F, and it doesn't start on 1, it starts on the offbeat, so it's 1 and then that's what it comes in. So you'll be starting on an upstroke, like this. So you might be tempted to come in on the 1, but yeah, make sure you come in on the 1 and. And the tabs for it are here, screenshot now. So yes, that's pretty much all there is to it, but just to play it a little bit slower. It's kind of just sort of a descending riff, but then there's a little bit of a jump from when you go onto the D on the 5th fret to going all the way to the B flat for the... But yeah, if you practice it enough times slowly, it's easy enough. So that's the bulk of the song, really. And then when you get to the sort of middle section, the quieter bit, again, there's no change really. It's the same 4 chords: B flat, G minor, D minor, C, and it's just I just palm muted the whole chord, so it's just. Yeah, and incidentally, with the main riff of the song, when you get to the D minor, this one here, if you don't want to play the chord like that, I'm just doing it with the open D string here. But if you want to just do it the normal way, you can just do that and use the root note here on the 5th fret on the A string. So you can do it that way if you want, but you know. So yeah, then it's the chorus again, and then the sort of improvised guitar solo bit, which I'm not really going to bother to teach because anybody could come up with anything, and I'm sure people could come up with something better than what I came up with. It's basically just D minor scale, just come up with something that fits along to it. And in terms of the little scale run up I did just before the solo starts, I don't really know why I did it like this. It sounds alright on the actual video, but I think I just kind of winged it on that occasion. But I was basically just doing a little scale run up, starting on the C, and then just going up. So. But I can hear from watching it that my picking isn't really timed perfectly. It's kind of a mixture of 16ths and triplets, so it sort of sounds a bit like it. It just sounds a bit crap. If I was gonna record it again, I would use the C here on the 15th fret on the A string, and basically just play it like this. It's a sort of typical ascending scale pattern. I personally would find that easier now, but yeah. And then for the solo, I was basically just improvised a bunch of licks. I did about 5-6 takes, and then when I found something that I liked, I just repeated that when I recorded the video, and that was basically it, really. So I just kind of threw in a bunch of different things, really. So. So yeah, something like that. I can't remember every single note, but so yes, that's basically it. Yeah, 5 years too late. So, but if it helps anybody, then there you go. And if anybody wants to learn this version of the song, the best version, I must say, then that's it for you there. So hope it helps somebody, and yeah, I'll see you again.